eyes try to see the way the world turned what happened to me. It's not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, baby? How y'all doing? It's Tuesday. Thank goodness it's Tuesday, because I'm starting to figure out me and Mondays don't get along well at all. I hope you enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. I hope you took time a little bit yesterday to remember and to give thanks for those that have given their life for this country. Memorial Day is a day we celebrate those we lost, not those that are still here, the ones that made it through, the ones that came home, but those that didn't. So if you have one in your family, be proud, baby. Be very proud, because that's the cost of this democracy that we live in. That is what the price is, to have something like we have here in this country. Not that all of them have learned their lesson, because evidently Mike Flynn, and this is going to reach out to a lot of veterans, I know. Mike Flynn, the Lieutenant General, former National Security Advisor, who got a pardon from Donnie for all his shit. The one I watched stand in front of a campfire there or some shit, and pledge his allegiance to QAnon. Where we go one, we go all. And in Texas this weekend, we had a nice QAnon party, for all those right-wing nut jobs across the country come down here, figure out what they're going to do. Michael Flynn was there. And Michael Flynn suggested or asked the question, why can't we have a military coup like they had in Myanmar? He's asking, why can't we have a military coup in this country? I'm a whole lot more calm right now than the first time I heard this shit. Personally, I think that's treason. He's retired. I don't know if he's still covered under the UCMJ, but that's exactly what he's doing. And he's speaking for a room full, big crowd, full of right-wing nut jobs that are all open to that suggestion. But Maggie Hagerman reported that Donnie is in the White House. I mean, down there more in the White House. Donnie's down in Mar-a-Lago and all that, talking to all his buddies down there about he'll be back by August. And that's what Sidney Powell said at this same QAnon whack job meeting And Louis Gohmert was there too. Just want to point that out. Just little scumbags. Texas, baby. We got a lot of problems down here. A lot of them. Sidney Powell says, well, we just need to reinstate him maybe in August. That's funny. That's what Donnie's saying. That they expect a military-style coup. It ain't going to be the military. I'll tell you that right now. I'll bet my life the military of our country are not going to rise up and do a military coup against this nation. What they're talking about is these guys and these militias, the oath keepers that aren't, the Proud Boys who have nothing to be proud of, the white supremacists, the neo-Nazis, the right-wing nut job who's in love with his AR-15 and just wants to shoot somebody. That's who they're talking to. That's what they're talking. Now you combine that, which, oh, by the way, let's combine that with the repressive voting bills sweeping this country. They're setting up the next elections to contest them. Hey, we won all. We don't give a shit about your count there. As a matter of fact, down here in Texas, literally, Greg Abbott doesn't care about the count, the vote count. The bill that the Democrats here in Texas walked out on, SB 7, within an hour and a half of the final deadline of getting it through, the Texas Democrats walked out of the Texas House. Walked out, got their keys, and left the building, preventing the Republicans from having a quorum to bring it up for a vote. So it died. It's a sweeping bill that has everything to do with keeping your ass from voting here in Texas. That's all, baby. And one of them is allowing judges to overturn the vote of the people, not based on any evidence, but the suspicion that things may be afoul. No proof. No proof needed. You don't need proof to show a judge. You just have to come in and say, I think we got cheated here, Judge. And the judge can overturn the will of the people. Besides making it harder and less available to vote, they're trying their best to set it up. Because the next time it may not just be the Capitol. Now again, would they succeed? No. They'd be put down like a bunch of rabid dogs all over the country that are rising up and having mass shootings somewhere, and the law and National Guard would have to come down there and put them down. But that's who they're talking to. These idiots. It pisses me off. You know, Joe Biden said that our own democracy is in peril. One of the biggest things it's in peril against is we have to worry about is white supremacists. These neo-Nazis that were in the Q meeting, that are oath keepers, that are Proud Boys, or whatever patriotic sounding name they can come up with that means shit to them. Oath keepers, my ass. Anyway, Abbott's going to come back and try to get a special session going so he can force this on us. He didn't, they mentioned in the news he didn't call a special session after the ice storm down here. He didn't call one after the hurricane damage down here when Harvey came through. But for voter suppression, you bet your ass. He's threatening to take away the legislators' pay. What a cheap little asshole. That's my governor. He's tied to Donnie's balls. Whatever way Donnie's balls swing, Greg Abbott is right there to hang on, baby. And it's disgusting in this state to watch our leaders down here try to pull this crap. Anyway, I was proud to see Joe in Tulsa, Oklahoma today. Last night, my wife and I, Tyler and I, we all sat down and watched the Dreamland CNN special on Black Wall Street, and it was heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, and I saw a lot of comments and social media and stuff about how people are upset that this was not taught in school. It's true. I've made that comment before. I didn't know until last year. That's pitiful. I'm 68 years old. I didn't know this. Really, it's not an event, not big enough to cover. It's a disgrace is what it is. But it has pointed out the problem, the ongoing, continuing problem we have in this country when it comes to racism, when it comes, and I'm glad that was discussed a whole lot, the wealth disparity between the black and the white community and how that happened. And anyway, we have a long way to go, baby. And this fight is not over. It's getting worse. They're getting more bold. They got a lieutenant general calling for an armed insurrection against this country. We can't take this stuff lightly. This is our country, baby. This is our democracy. And if the Republicans have their way, it won't be for long. We'll be an oligarch society with a Putin-like master. I guess that's Donnie Boy, willing to delve out the money to those that he deems necessary to his survival. Screw the rest of us. Anyway, I'm glad y'all are here. Oh, let me check in. Wait a minute. Let's see who checked in first. Who jumped in? Lord have mercy. They had gone by. I am way behind. Dwayne Dwezzle was the first one to step in, followed by Stephanie Dean. Debbie Marie is here, the remixtress. Richard Phillips is here. Michael J. Ardina Michael. Raylene Allen. Randy Peterson. Woo Pig, buddy. Dorothy Tyndall. Tim Kinnon is here. Charles Stokel is down here with us. Donald Ware. Let me see. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. I just love that shit. Let me see. Who else is here? J.E. Blinn is with us. Virginia Woodley, thank you for being here. My buddy Keith Thompson, the remixtress, is here. Catherine Wildermuth. Randy Curvin, Rantin' Randy, is with us. Thank you very much. Martha Olivera, Irish Giselle, thank you for being here. Dolores Grant, Ken Skoripa. I'm going to screw it up. Skoripa. I'm going to go with that. Skoripa? No, that can't be it. I'm screwing it up, Ken. I'm sorry. It's my mouth, buddy. It doesn't always work. Anyway, let's get this thing going here. Before I jump in, hi, Teresa Diggum. BW's here. Bernadette Pre and Judy is all here. I got mail, baby. So let's get that going. I got mail. I got a nice card from Paulette Hallbeck in Plano, Illinois. And Paulette is a dear friend of the show. She sent me a card, and it's got a little kitty cat. Uh-oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Fist bump. That's what it says. And then you open it up, and it says, because you got this. That's right, baby. We do. We got this. We got this, Paulette. Thank you so much, darling. Whew, I got to get my day slowed down a little bit. Paulette Hallbeck, thank you very much, darling. We appreciate you so very much. And always love to hear from you. And then I got another piece of mail. And in this piece of mail, it came from North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, from our dear friend Bill Jones. And it is, when I opened the package, I couldn't believe it. Bill said he's going to send me some tobacco. And he did. Bill sent me four tins of tobacco. This one is called Orient Express. It is a nice one, excellent tobacco. As a matter of fact, I got some in here. And then he sent me a tin of Royal Yacht right there, and another one. And this is just really bold, the Artisan's Blend tobacco, and then a Turkish Oriental blend that Bill made, mixes this himself. So I have 4 blends of tobacco. Oh, and he sent some pipe cleaners, too. A whole bag of nice, clean pipe cleaners. And then he sent this. This, people. As soon as I opened the box, this is the name that I saw when I opened the box. I don't know if you can see that. It's a Salvinelli. a Salvinelli pipe, and it comes with a nice little bag and some stuff in there for the pipe. But I want you to take a close look at this because as Bill knows, I used to work in a pipe and tobacco shop years ago. That is an exquisite pipe, and it's not an inexpensive pipe. And Bill sent this to me from a group that he is with. He goes down to the American Legion's lodge, and there's a group of fellows in there that get around and talk politics. They're known as the Blue Wave Pipe Club, and they get around and they smoke tobacco, and they solve the problems of the world, which is what pipe smokers do. We sit around, we smoke tobacco, and we talk to each other, and we solve the problems of the world. But this pipe, it's a bulldog. It's handcrafted. The stem is in a blue and cream stem, which replicates the foam on the ocean like a blue wave. And it's called Savinelli Oceano, and it is just an exquisite pipe. And Bill Jones, are you in the room, brother?
I believe I am.
Bill, thank you very much, brother. Yes, I can. As we speak, I'm going to fire this thing up with some Oriental in it. I like that Oriental.
Like I said in the note there, that wasn't a Bill to John gift. That was a gift from my American Legion brothers. And to let you know, in the pipe club, the majority of them are Navy vets. I am the one and only token jarhead. They allow me
Semper Fortis, boys. Semper Fortis, boys, and Semper Fidelis.
That's what Nick said. He said, "You make sure you tell them Semper Fortis." And I said, "Yeah, we say that all the time, buddy. We're always strong. We're always faithful to each other. We hang out with each other." So
that's it. That's the Marine Corps Semper. Go ahead.
The guys were the reason. I guess I had to explain to the Blue Wave family. The reason why there are many tobacco pipe shapes, from Canadians to billiards to Rhodesians to you name it. They all have different names.
That's
the one
Canadian.
that they gave me was
this is a bulldog.
Yep, exactly. And it was suggested that we give the bulldog to John after some of the guys heard some of his clips, and I had played stuff from several years back before Discord days when John would just come on and rant every day, 7 days a week. And a couple of times he actually read things that he wrote. And I played 3 or 4 of them for the guys. And then I said, and here's the John that most people know. And then they hear things like, why don't they just call it like it is? He's a traitor. Or, are you shitting me? Or, and they said, okay, that's
I write a lot better than I speak.
Yeah. But John just has that. We all have gifts, and my gift is a little different. You can ask anybody that's been in radio or done shows or public speaking. They all have unique gifts. But John's gift is the gift to put things in a language that anybody can understand. And Nick, my buddy Nick, who by the way commutes, he works down at La DC Enterprises in the tobacco business, but he's a piper and he drives up here at least once a month. He lives about 30 minutes away. But it was his suggestion that we give you a bulldog because, by God, we need one. So that's why you got a bulldog, buddy.
And this is a stout bulldog, baby. I'm telling you, this thing it's got a tall bowl to it, which when me and Bill talked on the phone earlier today, that is one of the prerequisite. If you're going to smoke in a pipe smoking contest, you want a big bowl because you get 3 grams of tobacco, 2 matches, and 1 minute to use both matches. After that, how long can you keep your pipe lit?
Yeah.
Which is,
and it's nice to have a taller bulldog like that too, because it'll stay tamped a lot better.
Yes, because bulldogs, as a matter of fact, this is a bulldog, same as that, same straight outward, shorter. I got, and this is a bent bulldog. That's what that is. That's a bent bulldog. But pipes. Go ahead. I
like the way Savinelli makes their bulldog with that diamond shape and the thickness to the stem in the bottom. It's just
when you touch it, you know you have a quality
constructed.
product in your hand. Like I
Man,
said, I
yeah,
knew
it's- I
the
mean,
minute I opened that box,
wonderful. Yeah.
I knew the name
Sardinian
Savinelli.
briar. They use either Sardinian or Corsican briar. Savinelli is well known for since the 1860s of making quality pipes, and they don't play around. They put quality in their pipe, but
yeah,
what makes that
because
unique
there's
is
dollars behind it. That's
there
why.
might be 1,000 of those bulldogs, but yours is the only one that has that stem. Each of those stems are handmade
Handmade
and
stem,
hand cut.
and they picked the blue one
and
for
you'll
me.
notice it has the acrylic stamp on it, the Savinelli step with the stamp and the crown on the top.
I see it. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, Savinelli
Anyway,
goes
Nick
along the line
Nick
of
wanted to
Grove
let you know.
and Sheraton. They're a high quality.
Nick and Steve, and Daryl all wanted me to let you know that you are the official bulldog of the Blue, the Blue Wave Pipers. And if you ever come up here, he said you're going to have to come over and have a pipe with the boys. So
I would
that's
indeed
the deal.
enjoy that, Bill. I really would. I thank you so much. I want to thank all of them at the Blue Wave Pipe Club, at the American Legion down there, and thank you so much for the pipe and the tobacco, but thank you mostly for being concerned about your country, for remaining to keep your oath, and remembering what that means, because obviously, as we have seen, some of them have forgotten.
That's what we do, buddy.
That's what we do. Indeed.
And that's all the guys in the club. Most of those guys are members of votevet.org, and what they do is they make phone calls and send out mailers to people, and most of the people we talk to are Republicans, and we remind them that veterans are the backbone, and we took that oath. You and I have talked about it a million times, and that's what they do, and they're passionate about it, and they love what you do and wanted you to know that they appreciate you. So that's their way of saying thank you. It ain't much, but we want you to know we love you.
Say that, buddy. You're talking to somebody who knows pipes. This is not, like I said, this is not a cheap pipe, and that just it's
not the cost involved. It's the thought, and we're all part of the same team.
Y'all think pretty highly of me.
We have a big mission this year. So
we do.
When you're sitting around thinking about what we're going to do next year and who we're going to vote for, you just go out in a quiet place and fire up that Blue Wave pipe, and I promise you, some good Blue Wave thoughts are going to come into that brain, brother.
This pipe will be smoked a lot out on the front porch in my rocking chair, just when I want to sit down and relax and just chill out. This will be my pipe, buddy, and I thank you all for
we can get to the show, but I appreciate you bringing me on and let me share that with the family that we love you and we know who you are. A lot of people think that you're John and you just spout a bunch of stuff, but you're a very cerebral fellow, and we appreciate your thoughts, and we appreciate your ability to put it in plain English,
so
that everybody can understand. They know that things are difficult, but when they see somebody come out and say, "You shouldn't be," that's bullshit. This is the way it is. And then they go, "Oh shit, that guy's telling the truth."
Well, like I said, I can write a whole lot better than I talk. But when we speak,
but
we get the true emotion of what we feel.
That's right. And they need to hear it from everybody, whether it's somebody dogmatic like me or somebody emotional like Bernadette, or it doesn't matter. We need to hear it from all voices. We need to let people have their voice and to say, "Hey, wait a minute, these Republicans are full of shit, and here's why."
Yeah. Call them out for exactly what it is. Hey, that guy's full of shit. Wait a minute. Don't let him buffalo you. But that's what it is. We're talking in a basic language we all understand. Because we all understand when we get down to that, we can eloquently try to talk or put our thoughts forward about how we feel about this country. But when we start talking about some of these people that are what they're doing, you get down to that visceral feeling of, "You freaking assholes, you're being a bunch of jerks." That's what it is. And that continues to this day. Mike Flynn's being an asshole, but he's trying to back. Did you hear that, Bill?
He's been an asshole for
yes,
a lot of
he
years.
has. A lot of years. But that's just that. I don't know. He's retired. Is he? Could they recall his ass just to court-martial his ass?
Yes, and they can also. I forget the word is. There's a word. They can punish him as part of the UCMJ for insurrection if they tie him to that, and he will lose his retirement and benefits.
Hey, sounds like a damn good idea to me, because he's not worth it. Yeah, he's give up his
I
shit.
agree.
You know, he's tagged himself along with this QAnon group, which in that group, he's on the high. He's big.
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, just throw a rock at me. My producer over there trying to
Anyway, enough about the pipe stuff. We just wanted to thank you, buddy, and that's from a bunch of old veterans that love what you do, and we respect everybody. We reach out to all kinds of people. So,
Bill, thank you very much.
Welcome aboard, Bulldog. I'm going to call you that from now on.
That's it. Blue-eyed Bulldog. That's me, buddy. I'll take that title proudly. Bill, thank you very much. And again, tell all the guys down there, thank you from the bottom of my heart, brother. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, no worries. I'll hang out here with the gang. I don't know if it looks like you got a bunch waiting. If too many get in, I'll sneak my butt out. I see my old buddy Andy Paguda just snuck in.
Filthy mouth liberal guy. Oh, hell yes. He's in the room.
Oh, I love him.
I can't think.
Another fellow North Carolinian.
I can't think of
a
greater honor than to follow.
Oh, don't come up here with that shit.
If I could have a greater honor, I don't know that it exists.
Oh, kiss off.
But to follow Bill Jones.
Oh, Bill
is the ultimate pleasure.
Yes.
I don't know about. Well, you're full of it today, Andy.
Brother Andy, how are you doing?
A little bit every day, Bill. Don't worry about that. I am well, all things considered.
Oh.
I'm a bit embarrassed.
What? Oh, bullshit. How could Andy Paguda be embarrassed about anything? What are you embarrassed about, Andy?
I am embarrassed and ashamed that I could. Well, I'm embarrassed and ashamed that only in the last have I heard of this 1921 massacre in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Andy, isn't it shameful?
They didn't teach us.
No, they didn't. And a lot of other ones across this country. Thanks to the reporting about this one. I have become
completely, and I'm trying to learn everything I can.
Yes. It's sad.
It is incredibly shameful.
It is. And an event like that, a major event like that.
Particularly those. Yeah.
I think
we here in the South, we never heard of this stuff.
Eh.
Why have 60 years later? Yeah, I mean, this thing is 100 years old, and you would have thought
it was by plan.
You would have thought 40 years later, when we were kids, we would have heard about this thing.
Yeah, it would have been in the history.
And we haven't heard about it. Particularly, those of us in the southern part of the United States.
Yeah.
Those of us north of us may have heard of. I have not.
I haven't either. When I found out last year when this first subject first was when Tulsa when Donnie went to Tulsa for his rally.
And
go ahead.
Why on earth hide something of this magnitude from us? Yeah. Why just
would
burns my biscuits, to be honest.
It should burn everybody's biscuits in this country. And I watched two specials, one on NBC or MSNBC and one on CNN about it, and what I've read. It's not only heartbreaking to see
something
that kind of to see that kind of hatred spill over on that massive but to understand the damage that has done over the 100 years and where we are now, it points to.
I got a picnic.
Yeah. You know, we have
trying to figure out which one.
We have cheated generations.
Here.
Teresa Diggum was right. It's genocide. That's what they tried to do. To wipe out a whole community, a thriving community. We should all be ashamed. And this should point to why it's needed that the true history of our country be told. What's that, the 1619 project that they're all pissed off about trying to teach? Are you shitting me? That's where it started, baby. That's where it started. So why aren't we taught the truth about our history? Because it ain't all pretty. It's not all pretty. As a matter of fact, a lot of it is terrible. Anyway, hey, Andy, guess what? I got your favorite person in the room. Bernadette, are you with us?
Hi, Andy.
Oh, look, you say hi to him first, really? You know.
Well, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were in a special room.
Okay, we'll try to.
No, I'm in the room with three of my favorite guys. Oh my God.
Oh Lord,
John,
have mercy.
Andy and Bill.
Boy,
my head
you're in
is
trouble now, girl.
Okay.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, you better run for the hills, girl.
I am in trouble. Okay?
I'd run if I was you. Bernadette, how are you, darling?
I have an answer. I'm fine, and I have an answer for Andy. You're just finding out about it because, first of all, it's the 100-year anniversary of this event. That's why, and black people are making it known. You're finding out about it now because people who were there, who are living history, are telling their stories.
Yes. I was surprised.
Never found out about it prior to this because the educational department of this country did not want you to know. This is the whitewashing of America, hon. And there's no other way but to say it like that. This was not the only town that was burnt down, that was burnt out because it was prosperous. Effectively, white people were jealous of the prosperity going on in this black part of this particular town. But it happened all across the South. Greenwood was named because the people who settled in that area, in that neighborhood, came from being run out of places like, I think it's Mississippi, Greenwood, Mississippi.
They were taken out of Florida, out of
they
Mississippi.
Traveled
yes?
the Trail of Tears, the
I
same
saw
one
that
the Native Americans were forced to travel
yes.
out of. And they settled in Greenwood, and they were burned out because they were prosperous.
Yes.
They were a thriving community.
It kind of threw that white supremacist in their face.
Because the very thing that has happened all this time is continuing to happen with the critical race theory that the current Republican Party is all up in arms about not teaching. They don't want this story known because if America really found out how truly great it is at killing people, you might not like it. You might not like it. You might not like the history of your country.
No. It's ugly.
I will say it again. There's an excellent documentary running on HBO right now. If you want to know why and how and how it continues until to this day, it is called Exterminate All the Brutes. It's a 4-part series. It's kind of hard to watch, but this was not only done here in America, we have done it all over the world. But we have done it here in America. They dropped bombs.
That was the first time that they used
Greenwood.
aircraft, privately held
Yes.
aircraft that would come
They
in.
drop
dropped
bombs on these homes to burn them out.
Yes.
They burnt down 35 square blocks of people's homes and businesses.
And when you stop to realize what that means, we had a thriving community. And when you take that wealth away, when you burn it down to the ground, the next generation doesn't get that wealth, doesn't transfer that wealth. And that was one of the things they're talking about today, is the disparity in the wealth gap between Black America and white America, or home ownership. And there are ways that we can remedy that.
And then add on top of it the redlining,
Yes.
and the redistricting and the voter suppression and all the reasons why we don't want people of color to vote now. This happened then too.
I saw. I noticed one of the people last night, a young lady, I think it was, when they were talking about after the massacre and moving through history and how they ran the freeway through there, and then they came in with urban renewal, and she said it wasn't urban renewal, it was urban removal, meaning removing the rest of the Black people in that community and moving them more north. So
they moved these people out of their homes and into what was a baseball stadium, a ball theater, ball stadium, and then told them, go clean up your home. They forced these people to clean up the mess. As labor.
Forced labor to go back and clean up
the
their
mess
own neighborhood that was burnt down by the whites.
Their own neighborhood, their own home.
Who were overseeing them picking up the stuff. And then they stole those
lands out from underneath them.
Yes. I don't want to.
I'll tell you a more current story. Right here in California, to this day, right now, the city of Los Angeles is returning Huntington Beach back to the Bruce family that they took this land from, which was another prosperous Black town in Southern California on the beach, oceanfront property, thriving businesses, hotels, the whole works, just like Tulsa.
Yeah.
The city of Los Angeles took that town away from this black family, and another generational wealth of deprivation happened.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, right now, Huntington Beach is returning this town back to the survivors and the descendants of the Bruce family that they took it from.
Good. Because history needs to be corrected. History needs to be remedied. Let me take a quick pause here because I got a bunch to catch up with here. My buddy Keith Beal and Kathy donated $5 to Super Chat. We appreciate it very much. Karen Van Wyk came in with $5 and said, fuck those Republicans and their suppression tactics. Fire them all. Fire them all and lock them up. Baby, I couldn't agree with you more. And Gary Spring came in with 10 beaver bucks all the way from Canada. Oh, wait a minute. That was for Karen Van Wyk. This one's for Gary Spring. Don't want to miss my gongs here. And Maria Betancourt came in with $5 and said, go see the movie Cruella. I did. It's fabulous. I'll have to. Ain't that the lady in the dog sing? Cruella de Vil. Let me see. And Maria Betancourt came back with $5 more and said the GOP wants to whitewash 1619. Ironic because racism is the GOP's platform. Ain't it the truth, Maria Betancourt? It is nowadays. And Tracy Tobias came in with $5 and said, we will keep the blue tsunami going. Indeed, baby. Because that's what it's going to take. Thank you very much. And Anthony Lester came in with $5 and said, everyone knows about Lake Laner in Georgia, but it is built on the top of Oscar, illegal Georgia, the Black Wall Street of Georgia. See, there are, Anthony, thank you very much. I'm looking at on the other screen over here at another map that's got dots all over it. Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gong, came in with $5 and said, off topic, hey, y'all. Just popped in to say hello. Be back soon. Well, Diana, don't be too long, baby, because we miss you. But whatever you're doing, be careful doing it. And Wax in Wayne, Orlando, has subscribed to our YouTube channel. Thank y'all very much. And Anthony Lester came in with $5 and said, Oscarville, Georgia, Anthony. Outstanding, brother. We have a blue dot in Georgia, and baby, we have in every state.
Amen.
I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you very much. Okay, let's back to the rat killing.
I wanted to interject something to kind of highlight what Bernadette was talking about, as I was so heartened today to listen to President Biden actually call those clowns out.
Yes.
Called out the neo-Nazis, called out the white supremacists, called out the QAnon people, and he said, "This is bullshit. This is white supremacy at its best."
Yes,
and
that's
we need to goddamn end it. Yeah,
that's our number one threat. I was
so proud of and he reiterated that. He said our FBI director says it, our CIA director says it, and that's what it is. We need to address it. And I was so glad that he had the guts to come out to the American people and say, "Look, guys, this has been a problem for a long time.
Yeah.
We need to address it." And he even addressed the fact that we need to pass the John Lewis Voting Act, and we need to get behind the For the People bill,
yeah.
HR 1. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, because all
Yep.
you have to do is look at Texas, baby. Look what they're doing down here, and look at our governor.
Yep.
How far he's willing
Yep.
to push this shit.
Yep. Yep.
This is a
Well, the other
direct
thing that
assault.
The last thing I want to say about that is Powered by the People.
Yes.
Powered by People, which is chaired by Mr. Beto O'Rourke.
Yes, Beto O'Rourke.
I donated to him this weekend.
Bless
It's
your
on
heart.
Act Blue. You can also go to Act Blue, or you can just Google Powered by People. That is Beto O'Rourke's PAC, and he is raising money to educate people and get Democrats registered and let them know how to vote, because they know exactly what the damn Repubs are doing there, and they're going to make sure that the people in Texas that want to vote have a place to go to.
I am still on fire for Beto O'Rourke.
Hook up with Beto, because that guy is doing some amazing work,
Yes.
and I could only send him $25, but you know what? If everybody sent him $25, they'd have enough money to do some stuff.
Do some serious stuff.
And they're doing the same thing in Texas. They're disenfranchising people of color, especially the Hispanics and also the blacks down in Houston, and it's bullshit.
That's exactly what this is targeted about. They're targeting, the reason they moved the polling on Sundays, you can't open a polling place until 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Sundays, is because black churches, especially up in Houston, but all across Texas, have Souls to the Poll Day, where
that's national. That's everywhere. That's big here in Carolina.
Is
that's
it? Well, there you go, and that's what that's directed to stop. And if you have somebody more than 2 people in your car when you show up, well, you have to account for why you brought those extra people in your car. Why did you bring these other people to vote? Like it's a questionable thing. Are you shitting me? And they're empowering partisan poll watchers to be more aggressive, to challenge people. Hey, you got 4 people in the car, you can't do that. What? Get the hell out of here. If I bring them in here by the truckload, what difference is it to them? If they're legal voters.
We're fighting back, and we have people in every state doing it. We have people like Beto in Texas. We have groups here in Carolina, groups in Arizona, Florida, doing the same thing. So don't give up the fight. And Bernadette, we love you, and I'm behind you 1,000,000%. I was so proud of our president today calling that out. It was like we needed to hear that a long time ago.
Long time ago.
It needs to be repeated daily.
Long time ago.
Rinse, repeat.
Yep.
There are major steps this country can do, and the word reparations really scares the Republicans, man. That really scares.
And the people that have survived, there's a few of them, a brother and sister and another young lady over 100 years old, because she was there. They want reparations, and they should be paid.
Yes.
For what was stripped
of them, taken away,
which was a lifetime of being prosperous.
Yes, and there's an organization, DOS.
After something like this, to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. That's where these terms come from.
There's an organization, Descendants of American Slaves, and it's an amazing organization, and they are heavily involved in the discussion on reparations and have laid out many ways from no interest home loans to educational benefits to direct payment to, there's a lot of things that we could do. And I especially like the no interest home loan. What better way to give a family a start on that kind of generational wealth that comes with home ownership? If a lot of people like me, I'm not rich. The only thing I got is this house, and I'll die keeping this thing. It's the first payment I make every month. There's a lot of people do because it's your roof over your head. This is it. That's all I got. So you want to keep it. You want to hand it down, and that creates not a great amount of wealth in my house, but it does something to help my kids and further generations to keep a foothold. And that's what that meant to so many families in Greenwood and across the country.
Give them a leg up in life, something that they can start with instead of starting from scratch and being in debt just by going to school.
Yes. So there is so much that we could do as a nation, but it takes a consensus. It takes a two-party system that are willing to work on the problems, and we don't have that right now. That is
John,
the hurdle that we have to get over right now.
I was appalled at what your governor has been saying and what the legislature there in Texas has been trying to do. Had that bill, that H.R. 7 passed in your state, and trust me, they will go at it again.
Oh,
okay?
He's not done with this.
They will go at it again.
They're going to come back.
We have got to get H.R. 1, Senate Bill 1, and Senate Bill 4, the For the People Act, and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. We have got to get those passed on a federal level.
It's only at the federal level that we can stop this bullshit down here at the bottom, because that's what these states are trying to do.
Trust me, the states are working on states' rights, but the presidential election is a federal election. And yes, the state does have a right to conduct the election, but not like
within
what
federal
they're
guidelines. Within
federal guidelines
there you
would
go.
Stop all this shit. It's imperative, you guys. Please, 202-224-3121. Call your senator. Call your rep. Tell them to pass this law. Pass these acts. They are needed in this country. It would stop all of this shit.
My senators are getting tired of hearing me. They know me by first name by now, man.
Where's that bill fella again, damn it? Hell yes, make yourself pass.
Even if your senator or your rep agrees with passing it and have already passed it in the House and want to vote for it in the Senate, call them and let them know you support them. They need that.
Because this is where the battle is nowadays. This is, I sometimes use it in our family here. This is where passion meets legislation, or that's not the word I'm looking for.
It's where it meets the road. This is where the rubber meets the road.
This is where you have to be passionate about this.
Be more proactive in this. Yes.
Because the red flags are going all over the place.
Your country go away.
We can see what they're planning. They are the next election. I don't know if it's going to be in 22, but it's damn sure going to be in 24. They're going to contest the freaking election again.
We see it now, John.
Yes, they're setting it up.
They contested the last election. Trump, before he even
that is the blueprint for what we have facing us.
He came out saying, "If I don't win, it's fraud."
Yeah.
He set the groundwork for this shit
long before the voting started. And that's what they're doing now.
And now you have these little flunkies out there calling for a coup. Please let me get this off my head. Lieutenant Colonel Vindman. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Lieutenant Colonel Vindman.
And his brother.
He was the one that was fired for speaking the truth out of the Trump White House. He said today he would prosecute Flynn if asked, because in order to do that kind of a court-martial, you need somebody on the same level.
That's true. That's true. a jury of your peers. I think they ought to pull his ass back in and hold him
take
to
him
you.
up on his offer.
In my book, that was nothing but pure treason. What Mike Flynn wants to do is stand out there in that audience and say, look at me, boys, I'm with you. Don't you all love me? That's what he's wanting. He's wanting attention. He wants to say, oh, look at here. Here's our leader over here. He's a lieutenant general. No, he's a freaking traitor along the lines of Benedict Arnold. He turned his back on this country. That's what Mike Flynn did. And, of course, he's going to be wrapped up with people like the Oath Keepers who aren't. Because they're delusional. They want to make believe that they're patriots. They want to make believe that they love this country so much they will fight and die for it. No, they won't.
The Oath Keepers.
They're willing to kill, to overthrow this country for a dictatorship. That doesn't sound like democracy to me, boys. I'm sorry.
It's not for dictatorship, John. It's for white supremacy in this country.
Indeed.
Let's be clear and let's call these things for what they are. White supremacy is what is at the heart of this. And Trump was just the cheerleader.
He has been.
Called that out today. Hey, John, by the way, Andy Paguda has his hand raised in the audience. I don't know if you can click him in to bring him in the live room or what. He's in the audience with his hand thing in the air.
Yeah, I was wondering if he got kicked out or not because, I don't have access to the monitor anymore. Dad took my monitor. I can't see what's going on with Discord anymore.
Go ahead.
But really quick, I was going to ask, did you ever bring Sparky into the room?
No, I haven't brought nobody.
Well, Sparky's been in here.
Sparky's in here?
Yeah.
Hey, Spark.
Hey.
What are you doing in here, sneaking around in here?
I didn't sneak around. I figured out a new format. I didn't know what the hell was going on when I tried to get on Discord today. I uninstalled it and reinstalled it. And then I saw this little thing with the little Blue Dot Family live room over in the blue room. So I clicked on it. And then I was in there, so I sat there and waited, and then all of a sudden I get an invitation to speak on the top.
Yeah, no, you were probably watching NASCAR when we switched the format up on you.
That's probably.
Oh, I was.
Oh, you were.
I just wanted to let you know that Andy had his hand in the air.
Yeah, well, Andy was in here originally. Yeah, Andy was in here originally, so I don't know how he got out. I had to step out for a few seconds, but thank you for pointing that up.
Maybe all he has to do is click back on the last thing and get himself back in like it used to be. I don't know how it works now.
Yeah, well, no, he has the ability to come in. I think he has to hit a prompt, and it'll bring him right in.
Yeah, he's got the green hand now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the green hand, which I don't know what the hell that means.
I figured out when you get the green hand, you get a prompt at the top of the page, and you got to click on it.
You got me. Yep. I have no idea. He puts me in this room.
Sorry about that, kids. Sorry about that. My computer took a big old honking shit on me.
No
so
shit.
I had to come back in here and do all this crap over again.
Got a hammer in there, don't you?
I'm poor, but I don't have enough money to buy a new computer. So I have to work with what I have. Anyway, I'm here now.
Well, I'm glad you are. Yeah, Spark.
John, brother Andy.
Go ahead, Spark.
I wanted to ask you if you saw the end of the Indianapolis 500.
No, I did not. What happened?
Oh, that was a moment of pure joy for a man who's won the race now 4 times. Helio Castroneves.
Oh, I know him.
Brazil.
Yeah.
I mean, my eyes watered up. I mean, he jumped, stopped at
you got all emotion.
Just past the row of bricks, and he was so emotional. He got everything. He jumped out of the car, went over, climbed the fence, and shook his fist at everybody. And the crowd was cheering Helio, and he was waving his hands and everything. And everybody's coming up and hugging him. He's getting hugs from everybody. It was like, wow, we beat COVID or something. And everybody hugging him up and everything. Nobody even cared about COVID. It was just a joyous,
That's his 4th time? Isn't that a record or ties a record?
4th time. He ties AJ
AJ
last time I took a crap.
Rick Mears and Bobby Unser, I think.
Yeah, I remember Rick Mears and Bobby Unser.
They're only four-time winners.
Wow.
But it would, I mean, if you get a chance to see a video,
I might have to go back and look just to see the end.
It is just the moment. It made the weekend for me. I mean, the NASCAR race was a NASCAR race, but I mean,
yeah, the Indy, that's something else.
The Indy 500 is an American tradition.
I've been there. I've been to the Indy 500, not to the race. I've been to the track.
But to the track.
Yeah, I went to the track, not on race day.
They had like 150,000 people there.
Yeah, I saw the crowd in the news because they were talking about one of the largest sporting events since the pandemic lifted, since the restrictions have lifted. And there were packs of people in there. And we're going to find out if all this vaccinating is going to work because, Gary Atkins, 130,000 people with no mask. It's not going to be a great trip for everybody, I'm sure. Somebody's in trouble. But we're going to see that because it's opening more up.
Did you hear about the California vaccine lottery?
No. What happened? Who won?
Let me tell you.
You won?
So, no, not yet.
Well, there's still a chance. Anyway, hang on, brother.
Gavin Newsom went on Jimmy Kimmel's show, I think, I don't know, Thursday night or sometime last week, and he announced it. He was on there as his one audience member, and he called on him like he didn't even know he was the governor and asked him what he did for a living and everything, and then he announced the vaccine lottery. Anyway, there's like 10 people that will win $1.5 million. It doesn't matter when you got vaccinated. And there's another 10 or 15 people that will get $50,000. And then for the next 2 million people that get vaccinated, they get gift cards of $50.
No shit. You know what you get in Texas if you get vaccinated? Vaccinated. That's it.
Yep.
That's what you get.
I got a sore arm.
Yeah, I got a sore arm. That was it.
That's all I got. But I'm in the lottery. My chances of winning are slim to none. But
well, I hope you win, buddy.
You know, I think anybody who has already been previously vaccinated prior to this is in the lottery. So.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
It's just the gift card. You can't get the gift cards. Only the next
I'll take anything that's free. I'll take a lollipop, okay? I will take it. No shit.
No shit. I don't care if it's a lollipop. Yeah, I want my lollipop. Give it to me. My mouth's all dry.
It's free. Give it to me.
The way the gift cards work, as soon as you get vaccinated, the government know your contact information, and then they'll send you information on how to cash in and get the gift card.
Well, damn.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Come on, Texas, get your shit together
exactly
down
where
here.
I am.
Taking away my vote, man.
You have Greg Abbott.
Yeah,
you have Greg Abbott, and he's already trying to not pay the legislatures
he
for
don't want to pay
walking out the other night.
Yeah, threatening other people's income.
Which is illegal and he can't do. Okay.
Let me get out a few thanks
here.
here.
Like a little Hitler or something?
Yes, he's wrapped around Donnie's balls. He swings right underneath the mushroom, buddy. He's right there.
Donnie's bunch.
Let me thank Dan L. Values, who donated $20 and came in and said I was censored, Flynn and the GOP. Dan, I don't know how you're censored, buddy. But, Flynn and GOP can go kiss our ass. Maria Betancourt came in with $5 and said, did you all know Lindsey Graham went to visit Netanyahu, who is an authoritarian that wants to have an autocratic government? Him and several others. Thank you, Marie Betancourt, went over there to meet with him. Who was the other one? It's Lindsey Graham and somebody else. Might be Ted Cruz. I can't think. There's another.
Well, there's a coalition of political parties over there forming together just to get his ass out. They're going to form a unity government. Out.
Yeah, he's been there.
They don't even agree on everything. They will form this government just to get his ass out
because they want to have some resemblance of peace over there at some point in time. Anyway, Tammy Ames came in. Nana Lovely, how are you? Came in with $5 and said, all due respect, doesn't Biden resemble Walter, Jeff Dunham's puppet? I often look at people as a cartoon. Now it's stuck in your memory too. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thanks, Tim.
Probably. He's a little bit smarter than Walter, I think, though. But I'm
he's
proud
not
of
as
him.
mean.
Yeah, he's not as mean as Walter is. Walter's pretty pissed off old man. I like him though. He speaks his mind. You know. Ain't it something? Anyway, boy, howdy shit.
That's funny.
Well, what are we gonna do about the filibuster? That's to me. That's the one thing that's right now in the way of every damn thing. And we got who? We got Joe Manchin and who's the other one? Christian
Cinema from Arizona.
Arizona, standing in the way right now. This has got to bend.
Yeah. Well, both of them should really feel like shit for the Republicans making them look like idiots.
Yeah.
That they are. For, come on, let's get rid of what's holding this country back, and that is the relic.
Yeah. That's the filibuster. Because as long as we have the filibuster, it's minority rules, baby. Yeah. It's the minority wins. All they have to do is band together, say no, they win.
When you have
they lost by 19 votes, but yet they still 35,
35 to 54 or something like that. Ridiculous.
Lost by 19 and still won. Really? What the hell?
Yeah. How is it that the minority wins the vote? We can't have this going on. There's big legislation online here. HR 1 and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Those two are in desperate need in the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. These are major
bills. What's going to bite them in the butt, in my opinion, is going to bite them in the butt because 74% of the American people are behind the People's Rights Act.
Yes.
74%. That means a lot of Republicans like it too.
Indeed.
They want to vote.
Indeed.
God damn.
It's beyond. It's like the gun legislation. We know 80% of the country is behind improved gun legislation, but we can't get it through because filibuster. We just can't do it.
That's our job next year: is get people to goddamn vote and vote these assholes out.
That's what we have to do.
Have it the right way.
We have to. But right now, we need to challenge this filibuster shit. This has to be changed. I don't know what it's going to take for Joe Manchin to come around, and the other lady down in Arizona.
The Pelosi and gang are going to have to either go reconciliation or special counsel because they're not going to get a bipartisan vote with that goddamn Senate. There's just no way. I don't see it.
Mitch McConnell is not going to let it happen.
Yeah.
No.
There is no bipartisan as long as he is control over the minority party.
No.
They are not about to negotiate a damn thing.
They're not interested in negotiating shit. They know they have the power. As long as they have the filibuster, they're in control. They're in control. Yeah. And I'm tired of this. That's how come, really basic, hard down. I was very proud of the Texas Democrats for walking out of the Texas House. Just get up and walk out.
It took balls, too.
Yes, it took balls.
Yeah, it took every one of them, too.
Yes, it took all of them
to be able to do it.
They had to coordinate with this. Everybody get up and walk out. It left them sitting there with their pecker in their hands, and they couldn't do anything about it. That took guts, and we need to do that. We need to march forward.
Guys.
Yes, I am.
Yep.
If that's what it takes, that's what it takes.
Did she not even show up to vote? Cinema?
She is one of them. No. Wait a minute, I got a
list.
list.
Didn't show up, wasn't she?
11 senators, 9 Republicans, and 2 Democrats did not show up.
Did not show up. Yeah, I got a list of them.
Yeah.
I believe it was
including I don't know where it is. It's on one of these pages.
One of mine didn't show up, and the other one voted the wrong way, so I'm pissed at both of them.
Yeah.
Bunch of assholes.
How could you not show up for that vote?
How could you?
That's what pissed me off. Is how can you not show up?
But think about this: there were 11 people who get paid for doing a job, and they did not do their job.
Indeed.
Day.
Thank you.
Indeed.
And yet they still get paid.
They should be fired for insubordination, man.
If you don't show up for your job and do your job, you would get fired.
They turned their back on their oath of office. That's what they did.
In the military, it's called insubordination, Article 15. You don't do your job, guess what? You
These
lost
are your
job,
elected
honey.
officials, people. And if you live in the state of Arizona, you should be on the phone to Christian Cinema every day and wear it out.
Michael Johnson's
days,
leaving. Before Michael Johnson's walk out the room, he's fixing to head out. Michael Johnson came in with $2 and said, heading into the VFW and love my Blue Dot family. Michael J. Johnson, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it.
Say hello to them vets.
Indeed, brother, indeed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a shout out to Gary Atkins, because he said Patty Murray, she also didn't show up, and she's a Democrat. She should have been there.
There were 2 Democrats that did not show up. That's bullshit.
Yep.
Patty Murphy and Christian Cinema.
Those were the 2?
Yep.
I had them on the list
Yep.
over here.
Yep.
All of them that didn't show up to vote. Those were the real cowards. Those are the people that just, turned their back on their whole oath of office. At least you got to give the credit to the 35 that at least showed up in person to say no. Kiss my ass, you're traitors too. But these other assholes didn't even want to show up because they want to play that game of, I didn't vote against it.
If you had a family emergency, I will put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard one of them had a family
emergency. That was Patty Murray. She's out of the state of Washington.
Yes.
Blessings to her family for whatever it was. Hey, next time send what do they call them? A proxy.
Proxy. I don't know if you could do that. I think they have to.
They don't accept that in the Senate.
They don't do that in the Senate. You either there or not there. Yeah, I had heard that somebody had a family emergency, so Patty Murray. Yes,
it was
I would
Patty
imagine.
Murray.
Yeah.
The only reason they did that, the only reason they did that proxy vote in the House is to limit the number of people that were on the House floor.
Yep.
Yeah, and people like Matt Gatz can go to a party down in Florida and just say, he's doing business, so I'm not there. Proxy vote. Yeah, bullshit. Man, we got to fix this shit. That's what, is so sad. I'm a bit concerned with all this talk about, and when you put everything together with people like Mike Flynn, what the Republicans are doing across the country with the voting rights, they're building this up for 2024. If he doesn't come back in August. That's what he's saying.
We got to get this back. Let's not forget, they'll be taking summer break here soon because, like...
What day is he supposed to be back in August?
I don't know. Right now, who's it? Debbie Hagerman reported that Donnie is down there talking the same shit, that he's expected to be back in Washington in August. And that was the same reference that Sidney Powell gave at that little speech about...
Yeah, that's one of those QAnon theories.
Yeah, that he's going to be reinstated. All we have to do is
what happens in August.
Tell Biden to leave the White House and Donnie can move right back in. Really? That's all it takes?
Yeah. That's not going to
try
happen.
that. I don't think it's going to turn out the way you think.
When August comes, they will move it again.
Yes.
You know what happens in August? The Congress and the Senate are both going on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, and so they're thinking that when Congress is gone,
might go on vacation too.
That's when he'll do it. Q says it.
They'll try to arrange some
Ryan
stupid
Champagne
thing
says he's going to be in prison by
that.
August. I'm hoping. I wish.
These people are clearly delusional, but they're spreading their wildfire all across this nation to other delusional, brainless maggots.
We sit here and we get a good chuckle out of this. We get a laugh about, look at these whack jobs. Think Donnie's going to come back in August. They mean it. And they believe it.
Yeah, they do.
And although they do not have the numbers, and they don't have the military, as they call, we have the military. No, you don't. You ain't got shit. There's not going to be any soldiers that are going to turn their weapons on American citizens. Just not going to happen. What I'm worried about is just pockets. You see the gun violence we have in this country right now. Every day.
Every day.
And these people think they're doing their patriotic duty or whatever.
The San Jose shooting that happened last week, my best friend in the whole entire world lives down in the Bay Area. Her brothers child's godfather, who was also his wife's cousin, was one of the people that died in that country, in that shooting. 6 Degrees, Kevin Bacon. We're not that far away from it.
No.
It's close. It's close to home.
It's too close. It's
and it
too
could
close.
be any of us.
And we have
at
to address
any time.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the way
And yet your governor has lost his fucking mind and just says, "Hey, anybody who wants a gun can have a gun.
Hey,
No permits,
constitutional
no
carry
nothing."
down here. You got a constitution? Well, go ahead, strap the gun on. Who gives a shit? Just, be careful and don't shoot any Republicans. It just
Oh my God, you guys
me.
are stuck with him for another 2
Yes.
years?
Yes, he comes up in 22. I think in 22.
Elections have consequences.
Yes, they do. And I'm hoping Beto O'Rourke runs for governor. There's something I want to say about that. Remind me in just a minute. Because Michael James, brother, we love you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for remaining with us. Michael can't join us anymore, but we know he's there, and we send him our love. James came in with $5 and said, and this is a very good description. This show is just independent journalism between family and friends participation. A funny as funny as fuck and no bullshit approach to truth to truth to power. Michael James, thank you, brother. That's a pretty good.
I want to use that somewhere.
Yeah,
I had to reach out and say, yeah, that's the best description
between family
yet.
and friends participating. As funny as fuck and no bullshit approach to truth to power. To speak truth to power. This is what's important about so many of us that try this. Robin Kincaid, Tim Cornwall, Randy, Rant and Randy Kervin. So many that are just trying to be the best that we could be to bring this country together. Because there's a lot of us out here in these. I'm getting all. Anyway, Michael James, thank you very much. And Adam Schubitz has subscribed to our YouTube channel. Adam, thank you very much. We appreciate everybody that comes by. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for us. It helps us out there. Anyway, doesn't that help when they hit the thumbs up button?
Hey, John, we got quite a few hands up in the audience in the live room. So I'm going to bounce out and make some room for some new voices, okay?
All righty. Thank you, Bernadette, for coming by and visiting. Our producer over there.
I'm still over on YouTube moderating the chat, y'all.
Outstanding.
So
Y'all watch yourself now. Yeah,
All right.
Bernadette come whack you with a ruler, you get out of line. Bernadette, we love you, baby. Thank you for being here. Not hard.
No problem.
All right.
My
baby.
pleasure. Thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. We are coming up on the hour anyway, but who else we got in the room that might want to jump in
I'm going to
here?
start moving people in. We still got about 15, 20 minutes, so no rush.
We got time. We're just putting those names out there. Those are our Patreon supporters that donate every month. We appreciate it tremendously. Y'all paid the bills today, baby. Paid the internet bill today. Thank y'all extremely much. Mama says thank you also. Anyway, Tony Beal, are you in the room, buddy?
Who? Me?
Yes, Tony Boyd. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've been in the room.
I'm sorry. I have Keith Beal on my mind.
Tony.
Yeah, I saw it from
My name's Tony
Boyd.
Tony Bill Boyd, right?
You're right. How are you
just
doing,
call me
Tony?
Floyd.
There you
I'm
go.
doing
That's
okay.
better.
I'm
I
just
can see
sitting there
that
listening to
now.
you guys talking. I was just sitting here listening to you guys chatting, and I was going to talk about that Tulsa deal.
Oh, Lord.
And the reason why, I'll tell you, this is my birthday month, so I'll be 68 years old.
Yeah, well, there
I'll
you
just
go.
say it was not taught to the black people when we were young in school, because I went to all black school when I was young, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they did not teach us anything about black people. They taught us about white people. They told us we was going to live in a nice home with a white picket fence and all that stuff. And they kept it segregated. And they didn't want the blacks to know about what happened in the past because they figured we was going to rebel, see?
Right.
And then when the 60s rolled in and the civil rights came in and everything, and things were happening in California and Cleveland and Chicago and everywhere,
Right.
and people got scared, just like they are now. And they're trying to preach the same old crap to keep us docile, just like they did down in Alabama, because
Right.
like I said, they had a place in Florida called Rosebud, where they did the same thing, and they were jealous because the blacks had their own. They called it Black Wall Street. They had their own everything out there in Tulsa. They didn't bother nobody,
No.
and they were rich and all this. And the poor whites got mad.